This podcast is a quest for well-being, a quest for a meaningful life through the exploration of fundamental truth. Enlightening ideas, insights on physical, mental, and spiritual health. The inspiration is love. The aspiration is to awaken new ways of thinking that can lead us to a new way of being well. Welcome to Body, Mind, and Soul Healing Conversations.
Nearly everyone is intrigued with the thought of getting closer to spirit and forming a deeper connection with their inner being. Marie L. McCarthy's award-winning journaling power has led thousands of people across the world on their healing journeys. In Heal Yourself with Journaling Power, she invites you to tap into this highly effective method to heal, grow, and transform your own life. Heal Yourself with Journaling Power is filled with moving personal stories that form a guide to a successful journaling practice. Each story is followed by journaling prompts and helpful advice from people who have used the power of journaling to reduce stress, relieve physical pain, heal inner conflicts, improve relationships, boost memory, and gain clarity. Are you ready to create a new life story? Manifest a life you love and bring yourself back to center? Then you're ready to join the journaling revolution. Valeria Tellez interviews Mary L. McCarthy, the author of Heal Yourself with Journaling Power. Mary L. McCarthy, founder and chief inner work tour guide of CreateRightNow.com, teaches curious health-conscious people how to use journaling for the health of it, to heal the emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual issues in their tissues. She also shows them how to use this powerful tool to embody and express their true self. Mary is the multi-award-winning author of Journaling Power, How to Create the Happy, Healthy Life You Want to Live, and Heal Yourself with Journaling Power. She also created 20-plus Journaling for the Health of It inner journey workbooks that include Who Am I?, Declutter Your Life in 28 Days, and Take Control of Your Health in 24 Days. Meet Mary now at CreateRightNow.com. Here is the interview with Mary L. McCarthy.
In your own words, who is Mary L. McCarthy?
Mary L. McCarthy is a soon-to-be 70-year-old woman who lives in her dream house on the beach south of Boston, and who has enjoyed for the last couple of years living in Mary L. McCarthy's body as the true, authentic, real McCarthy, thanks to all my 23 years of journaling for the health of it.
Right. And we'll be exploring the topic of writing, journaling, and healing, or in everything in between, really. It's not just healing. It's explores what we call the soul, our personal beliefs. It's just, I know you do this professionally, and you have written about journaling. We talked before, so I'll get to it in a moment. What insights have you gained from the events in 2020, Mary?
The insights I've gained are that I was able to go deeper and deeper and deeper into Mary L. McCarthy. I'm basically a beach bum, so I live out of my home, so I didn't have to get into, the masks and all those types of things that other people were challenged with. It was really, truly an opportunity for me it was like it gave me permission to go deeper and deeper and deeper into my soul and come up with more creative ideas. I'm working on a new book. It was just like, as with the way I view my MS diagnosis 30 years ago, the pandemic provided an additional opportunity to know and love Mary Ellen McCarthy better.
Do you think that for most of us, 2020 has also given this opportunity or some kind of opportunity to change and grow?
Oh, big time. It was interesting. It's like, to me, when the pandemic first was, announced and started and that, I had like this deja vu all over again. Mm-hmm. It was the similar experience, the feelings I had when I was diagnosed with MS. And I thought, the pandemic is going to be providing to the rest of the world, if you will, the opportunities that I have gained over the years in going inside and going journaling. So it's great that it provided an opportunity for a lot of people, if they choose to take that opportunity, right, to go into themselves and find out, as I like to say, who really lives in their body, find out who they are and find out, oh, I can work from home and I can be with my family and watch my kids grow. And truly, I look at it very positively. It's an opportunity to come home to ourselves and really realize that we've been living our life so much out there. This is the opportunity. And as we know, the Lord and the source, the universe, whatever we want to call it, works in mysterious ways. And if you look at things as an opportunity and say, isn't this interesting? Or what's the learning? Or what's in it for me? Type of a thing. You see that you can unravel all the, it's like a gift, and you're just opening the package and the gift is you.
So healing, what is healing to you? And what is there about healing that we still need to know and understand?
Healing is taking the time to process emotional challenges, mental challenges, physical challenges that we have in our life. And I don't see them as problems. I see them as challenges. So I see healing is the way for us to understand from a soul, body, holistic point of view. Oh, that's what happened. Understand and process and experience and come to terms and put things in perspective. And especially like with our past, it's like childhood was challenging for everybody.
Yeah, right.
Emotionally, especially emotionally and mentally, when we overlook that part. And it's just like, for me, and just being able to take the time daily with ourselves and being able to come home to ourselves and stay with ourselves and then take a look at things from an adult, mature perspective. That's what the healing is. It's like, oh, okay, so I thought this such and such, but what really happened was that, and this is how I interpreted it, and I've been carrying it around with me, and now I choose, okay, that happened, it was real, but now I need to move on or reframe my thoughts or my emotions. So that's what the healing is an ongoing, very dynamic, introspective process.
In your book, you wrote, nearly everyone is intrigued with the thought of getting closer to spirit and forming a deeper connection with their inner being. So my question to you is, what is your idea of spirituality and how is it connected to journaling?
Spirituality is the missing piece of ourselves. When we come into this world, we're souls, we're spirits, we're everything that we need to go on our journey of this lifetime. And then we get all our adult supervision of teachers and parents and society and things like that. So the spirituality really, with our emotions and so many other things, gets pushed down. And with journaling is I call it a magical, mysterious, mystical way to reconnect with our soul, our spirit, that we truly are at our core. And it helps, journaling helps us dig through all the, as I call them, issues in our tissues that we've been carrying around with us. So we're able to bring them up for processing and understanding and then clear out all the clutter and get back to our true spirit, our soul. That's what spirituality is all about. And just realizing that we all are, that we're one with nature, with the world, with the sky, with the birds, and that is, and it's just, we understand the spirituality is that we are, as spirits, a universe of infinite possibilities.
True. So you wrote the book, Heal Yourself with Journaling Power. Talk to me about the intention and inspiration to write this book.
Heal Yourself with Journaling Power is the second book in my Journaling Power trilogy. The first one was Journaling Power, How to Create the Happy, Healthy Life You Want to Live, which is basically my self-help memoirs, my story, my experiences of life and my MS diagnosis, as well as providing exercises, prompts, things, everything that people need to jumpstart their own journaling for the health of a practice.
Yeah.
And then I was finding more and more people it's like, yeah, they're having the same experience I did, or they're really realizing that, it's more than just a mechanical thing. It's a beautiful process. So I started a thing on my blog with people telling their journaling power story. And there was one lady who had been clean and sober for 10 years, thanks to her journal. There was a gentleman whose mother had committed suicide, and he was grappling with all kinds of things, went into therapy and started journaling. The book is an extension of a lot of the blog stories that are on my website under Journaling Power Journeys that talk about, so people could see and understand, oh my goodness, journaling is more than just putting the pen to page every day, and it's just and feeling good and keeping track of what you ate and things like that. It's just like, it can help you. It is the ultimate self-help resource to help you in meeting your challenges and knowing and growing yourself. And so we have about probably, I think, about 10 different stories and how journaling has helped them get from point A to point B.
So I'll ask you this question. What is your definition of power?
Power is using everything, all our talents, skills, imagination, creativity, everything that we have, sharing those gifts with the world to help them help others find their gifts and grow their gifts. So the power it's really tapping into who we are and just being over the moon excited, shall we say. That is just like, yeah, power is a good thing, and we all are strong. We all are powerful, and that's and I really love, my favorite word is empower, right. And that's what I love about journaling, because journaling helps us empower ourselves, and as I said earlier, get through all the garbage and that we're carrying around with us. Get back to the good stuff. And I think it's to the point that it is still, as you said, very challenging for us to use power.
Right.
The boom, all those things that come back that about, you should be quiet, you should be all these shoulds and all that kind of stuff. Good thing is, like I said, I love the word empower. It just really, it's so good, and it's so part of us. It's so different because we just haven't accessed it for many, many, many years, and it's just something that I think Marianne Williamson says something to the effect about, our greatest fear, not the boogeyman or whatever. Our greatest fear is how beautiful, how great, how wonderful we really are, because we've been living our life backwards. Right. So we're getting home to the good stuff and saying, yes, we are powerful, we are strong, we are beautiful, we are all of the above and more.
So you wrote, expressive journaling has undeniable life-changing health benefits. And I agree from experience how powerful, using that word again, or empowering, writing, journaling is. You have the top 5 reasons to commit to daily journaling. Talk to me about each one of them, Mary. The first one being reduce stress.
Okay, reduce stress. First of all, I think it's the exciting thing about journaling is that it helps us acknowledge and recognize that we create our stress. It's not something that is forced upon us, and that it's something that we generate and we can manage, relieve, and control. So that's that's number one. It's just the acknowledgement. It's like, because we'd like to say, oh, life gets in the way or stress. No. It's the way we react to things, and journaling helps us respond to situations, not react and knee-jerk things. So that's the first thing about journaling.
So reason 2, you say relieve physical pain.
Yes, I'd have to say I couldn't tell you scientifically how it goes about. I can only recite my own personal experience. Yeah. With journaling, it helps you get to realize that you're a whole person, that you're mental, emotional, spiritual, as well as physical. Yeah. And dealing with the established medical profession, they only see us as a structure, but we're a process. Mm-hmm. So journaling helps us in that process to really get into, as I said so many times, the issues in our tissues, and really realize that, yes, there's certainly organic things that are going on, but everything that's going on in our body is not traceable by an MRI or a blood test or whatever. True. So it really helps us get into the, by talking to our body parts, by treating them, treating our body as part of us, we get more into, oh, that's where this is coming from, or something will come out of nowhere when in doing the journaling. It's like, oh, that's what that was. No wonder. Isn't that interesting how I automatically just tense my jaw? No wonder or the way I react to things, I'm just going around all tensed up. No wonder I get constant headaches. So that's the tie into the physical aspect.
Reason 3, you say heal inner conflicts.
Oh, that's a big one. Yeah. It's again, we all have inner critics or inner goonies or whatever we want to call them, and I just really find that, again, because of the way we come into this world with everything, and we're working at a totally different level of consciousness, so we're just really sucking everything in, and we really don't get all of the emotional support that we need. We carry that with us, and it's just like, again, I can only recite from my personal experience with the journaling. It helps us get into that and understand, and gets back to what we said earlier about reason number 2, a whole tie-in with thoughts and beliefs and emotions and experiences and things like that, and it really helps us to get further into understanding what's really in there, and say, oh, there are more things in our control, another word that we talk about, control. But it's like that we can control and manage and do something about.
And reason number 4, you say improve relationships.
Yes, that's again. I go back to the you hear so many times about the airplane thing about put your oxygen mask on first. Yeah. Well, that's what journaling helps us to see, that by getting ourselves sorted out and clear and focused and more lovable and things like that, then we're much able to then deal with things. We have, like what you said earlier about the clarity. It's like, that's what's really happening. We can look at things from a totally different perspective because we understand ourselves and we're in touch with all of ourselves. And so we can see that, that's Susie, this is Mary, It just really helps us because we stay grounded and centered in ourselves. And it's like, then we have the perspective as opposed to being the little character from Peanuts, the pig pen part, the little pig pen that, it's like, no, we're more of a Schroeder, we're just grounded and centered and in love with ourselves.
If there's one purpose, main purpose to be here, I would say to know ourselves, to get to know who we are. And the last reason you mentioned is boost memory and comprehension.
Oh, definitely. It's I call it, in fact, it's the title of my next book. I call it Mindset Medicine. Yeah. It truly helps us get into our thoughts, our feelings, all these, our subconscious, all that carries everything. And it just really enables us to, again, declutter our the craziness and just keep moving forward and realizing, and creating and imagining and envisioning and doing all these wonderful things that we certainly were never taught in school how to do.
You have also listed throughout your book different benefits, and I have some of them here that caught my attention. The other one was, you say, conquer limiting beliefs and fears that have held you back. I guess we talked briefly about this before, but I wanted to ask you a question about fear and limiting beliefs. What happens to them? Are they replaced, transformed, integrated, or somehow removed?
Yes, and yes, all of the above. It's really getting us to, rather than it controlling us, we understand it's part of who we are and we can manage that. So some of the things are just like, our thoughts, like, it's like, wait, I've been thinking that. It's just like, oh, no, I'm going to change it. Or it's just like, no, you don't belong here, because we carry around other people's thoughts and things like that. Okay, so then we can remove those. So to answer your question, it has, depending on the situation, all kinds of benefits of, transformation, management, removal, whatever.
Yeah.
Again, getting back to what you said earlier about power.
And I love the one you mentioned, gratitude too. You say, feel gratitude for the present moment and forgive past missteps. So true. Gratitude is a big one, isn't it, too?
It definitely is. And it's, that's really challenging. Our thought process of the way we were raised and all that it's been so negative. So that's something very different. But it's just like gratitude is like a continual aha moment. It's like, oh, yeah. Wow, wasn't that a great smile that so-and-so gave me? I mean, it's amazing that, it's the little things. And it's just like we just now can recognize. And like I said, gratitude begets positivity and, we feel better about ourselves and that continues and continues and continues. So, and you keep thinking, it's like, oh, okay, that's what happened then. This is now. And it's just like, I understand and I forgive so-and-so for whatever. So it's amazing. It's a blossoming situation. It's full of all kinds of potential. It's amazing.
Chapter 12, you talk about love for the self or self-love. Throughout the book, I think another part of your book, you say, focus on what you want. Keep your mind centered on your dreams and your desires. Create the exact life you want. By writing about the life you want, the health you want, and the relationships you want. And then you said the most powerful thing you can do is love yourself. Talk to me for a moment about that deep and true connection between self-love and journaling.
Journaling helps us change the relationship we have with ourselves. It helps us, deal with the, I can't write, I can't do this. All these, the negative, all the things that we're carrying around with us, sort through that and just realizing, damn, I'm good.
Yes.
and I think that's what, journaling is. It brings us to the fact that, yes, and not only do we build and create a compassionate, loving relationship with ourselves, it's okay for us to love ourselves. So it's like journaling helps us give ourselves permission that we're number one in our lives, and I love the person who I am right now in this moment.
I wonder a lot of times why it's so challenging to get to say that. I love myself. I accept myself.
Well, I do believe it's because of the history of all the messages that we have gotten over the years, and the reinforcement that everything is external, money, power, save the world, all that type of thing. Yeah. And just the whole experience of going inside and staying inside and being inside and knowing what is inside. I think that whole experience is a huge behavior change, because it really means getting out of your head and getting back into your body and your spirit and your soul. Mm-hmm. And that's, behavior change is a lot of work. And that's what, journaling is. It's a lot of work. And it's like, how do I get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. Right. And that's what it is. It's like, that's the way it is. It's like, this is the situation. We come into this world with everything. We're working at a higher or a lower level of consciousness, soaking everything in. We carry this, around with us for, how many, 30, 40 years or whatever. So, and then just turning it inward, this is like, all the things from childhood, and how selfish, all those types of things. So it just causes us to be, patient and understanding and curious as to what's going on and all that. And just accept the fact it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of reward.
2 more questions. How do you define success today? What is to be successful to you at this moment?
Success means daily being happy, healthy, and healing, living in the moment, enjoying what's in front of my face. And but then also by doing the journaling, know that I have the freedom, the openness, and the ability and the time to envision the future that I want to live into.
And speaking of vision, I think I will end with this question. What is your vision for a new reality or a new world?
My vision would be that the world would understand who they are and understand and acknowledge their beauty, their gifts, their intelligence, their talent, and share that with the world, and really appreciate that we all are one, and just respect and enjoy not only ourselves but everyone else and their talents, their skills, their beauty, and their intelligence.
Yes, I love that. Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much again for sharing your wisdom, your beautiful presence, for recognizing your purpose, your insightful and deep work. Thank you for everything.
Well, thank you for having me.
Where can we find more information about you, your products, books, services, and future projects?
You can find me at Create Right Now, and the right is WRITE now.com, createrightnow.com.
Wonderful. I'll have the link on your podcast profile as well. Thank you so much again, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you. Take care.
You too, Mary. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening. To learn more about Mary L. McCarthy and her work, please visit createrightnow.com.
To learn more about this podcast, please visit fitforjoy.org/podcast. Thank you again for listening, and bye for now.